Hey, nice shirt you got there.
Oh, thanks. I just got it yesterday.
By the way, I'm Hakeem. What's your name?
Oh, my name's Stevens. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Stevens. So, Stevens, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm okay, but that's not the answer I'm looking for. How are you doing mentally? How is your mental health?
Mm, that's a great question. No one's ever asked me that type of question before.
Well, today's your lucky day.
Well, if we're talking about my mental health, there's a lot of things that I deal with. For example, anxiety is something I deal with on a daily basis.
Anxiety, huh? Me too. I feel like we humans are so caught up in our daily lives that we sometimes forget about our mental health. So, tell me, how do you deal with your anxiety?
It depends. Sometimes, if I have the time, I just stop everything that I have going on and just try breathing exercises. Other times, I listen to music to calm me down.
Yes, I feel like breathing helps a lot. Also, if you listen to the right type of music, it can also help.
Enough about me. How do you deal with anxiety?
For me, one of the most effective methods is exercising. When I exercise, I feel like I'm on my own world. So that always makes me feel better.
Wow, I've never tried exercising before.
Maybe you should one of these days. We can go together and you'll see how exercising can help you with your anxiety.
That's a great idea.
Besides anxiety, what other things do you feel bother your mental well being?
Well, I also struggle with being bipolar and anger issues.
When did you start to notice that you have anger issues?
Well, I noticed when I was 15, when I was younger, I would always throw tantrums and just get mad at people when things didn't go my way. My parents thought that stage was going to run its course, but it just got worse over time as time went on. For example, when I was 11, I got into a really big fight with a kid in my art class because he took the crayons I was about to use. So I flipped the table and charged at him. I felt like I wasn't even in control of my actions actually. I was so angry that it was so small and I just was angry over it. So I ended up getting suspended and I had to go to therapy for a couple of days. After that situation, for a few years, I tried to calm down, but every once in a while, I would get these flare ups. So when I turned 15, my mom took me to a specialist, and they recommended that I seek help and start taking anger management classes. That's where I learned to control my emotions and anger for the better.
Oh, wow. I feel like people should seek behavioral specialists just like you did. There's a lot of people walking around with anger issues and they don't even know it.
That is so true. People tend to think that getting mad all the time is normal, but in some cases, it's not. And as a society, we need to promote mental health and normalize getting checked up.
I agree, although some things are being done, such as mental health months, and the mainstream media speaks on mental health issues more. I still feel like we can do more things to get more people educated on mental health.
Most definitely. But I have seen progress within the past few years, especially because of the pandemic. Everyone was isolated, and I saw that as more of a conversation started going around mental well-being.
You also mentioned that you deal with being bipolar. Can you elaborate on that?
Well, being bipolar is almost like having multiple personalities. It's tough to deal with because you simply can't prepare for it. For example, I can be all happy right now having a good time with you, and then all of a sudden I stop over the smallest issue. I sometimes catch myself being bipolar, but I can rarely prevent it from happening. Unlike my anger issues, I can take meds and stuff to prevent it, but I do not have that luxury with being bipolar. This is the main reason why before I befriend someone nowadays, I let them know up front so they are not caught off guard by my actions.
Oh, well, thanks for sharing. I feel like you have educated me so much about these different forms of mental health issues today.
Well, that's what we as humans should do for each other. Like we were saying, before mental health needs more awareness. And it was nice to talk to someone like you who's willing to listen, learn, and help at the same time.
Yes, most definitely.
So, how about you? You had me telling my story. You had me telling you my story, my whole life story, actually. What are some of the things that you deal with?
Well, besides anxiety, I also have some anger issues and I get depressed sometimes.
Oh, wow. but you seem like such a happy guy.
Well, you know what they say.
What do they say, Hakeem?
You can't judge a book by its cover.
You're right about that one. Now, so tell me, have you seen a specialist or seeked any help?
I have for my anger issues, but I just started being depressed a few months ago after my son Snoop died.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I just miss him. The way he used to lick me and bark at me, pardon me, every time when I pull up to the driveway.
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but your son was the dog? You had a dog named Snoop, like Snoop Dogg.
It's okay.
But what happened? What happened to him?
He got hit by a car.
Oh my.
I didn't even know how he got out. One morning I just woke up and he wasn't there. I looked around the house and did not even see a sign of him. Then I decided to go on my daily routine and clear my mind. Just as I started running, I saw a dog lying on the ground. And as I got closer, I realized it was Snoop.
I'm sorry, man.
I've been
On a
suffering
daily
from depression.
basis, we're met with many inconveniences, such as road work, traffic, or poorly written laws and regulations. Well, the solution is you. Yes, you. By visiting the website www.nj.gov/elections, you can find out information regarding the local politicians running in your area. It's up to us as a community to discuss the changes we would like to see happen by voting in our local election November 6th.
Hey, class starts in 5 minutes. You coming?
Yeah, I'll catch up.
You still here?
Oh yeah, I'm coming to class.
Where are you going? Class ended.
Oh.
If you're so glued to your phone, why don't you minor in social media?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. But ever since then, I've been suffering from depression. Snoop was my world. I don't really have a good relationship with my family, and I am very antisocial. Snoop was basically everything I had left, and now he's just gone. He's gone, man. He's never coming back.
Oh, wow. So have you ever thought about maybe getting another dog?
No, man, Snoop was one of a kind. I don't think another dog can even take his spot.
Well, I wish I could help you, man, but I'm really sorry about your loss.
Hey, it's all good. They say everything happens for a reason.
You also mentioned that you deal with anger issues. How did that come about, and how do you deal with it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I deal with it pretty well. Now it's under control, but I did not have any episodes when I was growing up. It was not until I got into college I started to realize that I would flip out on people, sometimes even if they were being nice to me. I would just go berserk.
Sheesh, man, berserk?
Yeah. So after a while, at the start of my sophomore year, I just started going to anger management classes to get help. I used to go twice a week, and I started to have it back under control.
That's great to hear.
Yeah. If I did not join those classes, there ain't no telling where I'd be right now because I was so wild and did not care. I used to just flip the switch on anyone and everybody.
Well, I'm glad that you have it under control now because anger issue is not something you want to play with.
Nope, not at all.
Well, Thanks for the conversation. I have to get going. See you next time, man.
No problem, dog.